What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome to another stream. It's another hangover review. We're here reviewing what was, without doubt, an astounding result last night. A 2-1 away win at Atletico Madrid, the first ever English club to do so. As you can see, I don't have the writing on my screen because Google's annoying and Hangouts don't work all the time. I'm joined by Brandon and Lawrence, as per usual. Brandon is stealing my headphones once again. Brandon, how you doing, mate?
I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm going to plug myself before we get into this. If you haven't watched my Road to Glory with Morata, make sure you go onto my channel. It is literally here. It was a very, very good first episode, and the next one is going to come out tomorrow, so make sure you go watch it.
Very good. Very good. Fair play. It was a very good series, to be fair. I enjoyed watching the first episode. Obviously, also, if you haven't already, make sure you head across to my channel. Behind the scenes of 100% Chelsea is going to be on there, and also I'm doing a video on Ancelotti tonight. Very interested about that. We won't talk about it on the stream unless we get a little bit of time at the end. But as usual, as well as that, the three-man crew, joined by Mr. Lawrence from Austria. How you doing, mate? You good? I'm
good. Back in Austria now. Can't say I'm too excited about it, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any fancy videos to plug for now. But you know, check out my social media. I uploaded a cheeky picture with Batshuayi last night, so like that.
Fair play. But anyway, right, should we get straight into it?
Let's go.
I think we should start talking about this game. Mystic Loz.
Yeah, I like it.
Nailed the lineup again.
I did.
How are you feeling about all that?
I did. So obviously the formation was in a 3-5-2, 3-5-1-1, whichever you know where you want to put it. Obviously Courtois was in goal, back three. Cesar Spilicueta, David Luiz playing with a broken wrist. Some people saying he won't play with it. It's just a broken wrist. Calm down. And Gary Cahill, fairly surprising to some people. I didn't really want him to start, to be fair, but I knew he was going to start. Then we had three men in midfield, obviously, with Bakayoko, N'Golo Kante and Cesc Fabregas. What I thought was interesting about that was that Kante and Bakayoko weren't basically level being the two deepest. It was more like Bakayoko being the deepest and then Kante playing on the level with Fabregas. So that I thought was quite interesting that we used it like that. I mean, we won. We played very well, so can't say it didn't work. And then obviously, just ahead of their midfield was Alvaro Morata and Hazard. Oh, almost forgot about the wing backs, Moses and Alonso, sorry. But yeah, I mean, obviously formation change from the last game. Used the same formation against Spurs. So what did you basically think before the game even started?
I was confident. I was very confident. I mean, in a way I was, and in a way I wasn't, because obviously Gary Cahill was starting. And, you know, with recent criticism, rightly or wrongly so, he has been poor. But I have to admit, yesterday he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He kept one of the best upcoming strikers silent for 95 minutes.
I wouldn't say Griezmann's up and coming anymore. Let's be honest.
He's still up and coming because he's still trying to hit his prime. He's not hit his prime yet, so he's still up and coming.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he still is. He's one of the best in the world.
He is what he is. He's a very, very good striker, but he's still got a lot to come because, you know, he's not going to stay at Atletico for the rest of his career. Let's face it. He's going to go to another club because, you know, there's always transfer rumours of him going to either United or City or, you know, us. And I can't see us happening, but, you know, he could go PSG, he could go Juventus. So you never know. But he is, you know, he's a very big talent. And for Gary Cahill, the English misfit, to keep Antoine Griezmann quiet, you know, he's got to be a decent defender. And I think he gets a lot of stick, rightly so or wrongly so. But he was very good yesterday. Credit where it's due.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. However, my best player was a man that I slated when we signed him. And Brandon absolutely...
Hold on. It's weird. Some people are saying we're not live. Some people say we are.
Yeah,
it's live for me. Everything's working for me.
I saw that, but I tried the sound out. The sound's working and the video's working. Guys, if it's not working, you won't be able to hear me anyway. But click off the video and click back on it. It's the only way.
No, hold on. No, what's going on? I've got waiting for 100% Chelsea as well.
Yeah, everything's working. Refresh live now. It's working. Yeah, just refresh the channel, guys. Refresh.
Right. Sorry, Louis, interrupted you there. What were you saying?
Sorry about technical issues, guys.
Let's see if this is working first.
Yeah, stream's fine. I'm hearing and seeing you fine. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, there's an echo because we are in our halls. Apologies for that.
You're above me and down the corridor.
I am. Hello.
Oh, hold on, what's going on? Hold on, there we go. Right, I just saw my mug having a gander at the screen and it didn't look too good. But let's carry on talking. And isolated when we signed in, saying he was a BTEC Chalobah. Very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Let's just talk about that for a second. Bakayoko, Chalobah. Can we all remember the video that Louis did when Chalobah signed and he said, Bakayoko signed, sorry. And he's like, Bakayoko's no different to Chalobah. Chalobah's 10 times the player. He didn't actually say that, but he said Bakayoko is nothing compared to Chalobah, blah, 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 blah. And now look at it. Now look at him.
Chalobah's currently injured. Bakayoko's been a monster. I still think though that Bakayoko.
Why the fuck is that so much?
Stop swearing. You've demonetised the video.
Why are people calling Lawrence a snake?
Because
Lawrence is a snake.
Because we unfollowed Amit with our 100% Chelsea account on Instagram. I don't know who did it, but he wants me to follow him again, and I said no.
No, sorry, Amit. We don't follow mates for no reason. Come on, let's be real here. We love you though. We love you so much. But yeah, Bakayoko, without doubt. Last night, I mean, Kante seems to be a bit of a dream team. I think that's the team I'd start going into the City game as well. I think we didn't put a foot wrong at all last night.
I'd change Cahill.
Of course you change
Cahill against Cahill.
Who would you put in? Rudiger?
Yeah. Rudiger is a fantastic player. He's very underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Rudiger's Cahill. Although if Cale's not put a foot wrong, excuse me. Oh, I spent too long up last night. Like I said, I probably wouldn't get much sleep, and I didn't.
Guys, let us know as well what you thought of the fan cams yesterday. Obviously, it was the first time Lewis did them, and they did them live from Madrid, and they did a really, really good job of getting them out and getting to us quickly, and we tried to upload them as quickly as possible. So let us know what you thought of those as well, because they were like to be in the ground, to be in the atmosphere of it whilst doing the fan cams. I think it really added to the experience of getting a fan cam. All right,
fan cams are incredibly hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not the clearest, but you can still hear what they were trying to say. So,
yeah, I think big up Lewis, and Chris. Chris has been for me as well. I put Chris's little adventure out. It's only a few clips. I put it on the video. It's like almost behind the scenes on socials.
Louis, I don't know what's going on actually, but you're echoing like a something about the swearing.
Yeah, you are like lagging as well. So every time you're here, you don't end up here and then here,
and then we hear everything you say twice.
You know.
I'll tell you what. Ace. And then I'll leave. Because obviously, mine's rubbish. This is what I can say.
Yeah, we have nothing.
What is going on? Wait. Hello?
So I muted him because I couldn't hear myself anymore. Bloody hell. Mate, Louis, you were kicking off.
No, you're muted now. Shut up. Right, okay. Oh, have I just muted myself? Or have I muted? No, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I thought that the result yesterday, absolutely fantastic. We didn't put a foot wrong. I can't say, well, without doubt.
Someone said, "Are you guys using a Ouija board to speak to Louis?" Oh my god, that's killed me.
Top comment off the stream.
If we ever had a prize,
all right,
comment, it would be that.
Oh, okay. No, but yeah. I could be possessed. Student loan still hasn't come in, and I've been really angry today. It's been a bad day. But anyway, yesterday makes up for it. Obviously, fantastic performance. Bakayoko, Kante, monsters in the middle of the park. I thought Fabregas played well. There were a couple of instances where he misplaced a couple of passes. He should have scored that goal. I'm disappointed he didn't do that. But other than that, he performed fantastically. I think that Morata, obviously, he hadn't scored at all when he played Atletico with Real Madrid. I think he played 4 games. He beasted it.
Yeah,
I think Hazard was without doubt. We've missed him so much, and you can tell he was the way he moved the ball, the way we were attacking, the way we just flowed from attack to defence. It was all down to him, and I think he should be starting against City on Saturday.
Who?
Hazard.
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
that's my piece. All right, that's piece. Brandon, do you just want to come down here, or shall I just come up to you?
Why?
Because no one can hear me.
Yeah, but then why would Brandon come to yours?
Exactly.
I'm so tired. No, go on, carry on. Let's just carry on with this. Come on, let's go.
Lawrence, what did you make of the game yesterday from minute? What did you make of the first half?
Well, I thought the first half was, well, especially the first 30 minutes were just incredible. I didn't expect us to start off the game that well. I didn't expect us to be on top that much. Like, you know, everyone knows that Atletico sometimes sit back against bigger teams, but they usually still manage to create chances, and they only had the first kind of half chance in the 35th minute. And up until then, it was just us. The connection that Morata and Hazard had when it's still only their first ever time they started together is absolutely incredible. The way they flicked the ball to each other, the way they always knew where the other guy was going to be. Obviously, Hazard hit the post as well, took a slight deflection, might have gone in. Otherwise, obviously, we will never know. But, you know, we were a bit unlucky, but definitely on top, so I was very happy. And then, obviously, like I said yesterday in my review, Luis decided to be a bit of an idiot because what is he doing? I'm sorry. Like, people going about, yeah, we should have had a penalty. Yeah, maybe we should have done. But that doesn't, you know, two wrongs don't make one right, do they? So just because we should have had a penalty doesn't mean David Luiz should lose his man. And once he does, rather than just follow him and try your best for him not to score, just pull him down. Like, it's more likely that they don't score if you lose your man than if you know, give a penalty away. So I don't know what he was doing there. I get that there's a lot of pressure there, and I suppose Conte put a lot of pressure on the players as well to perform on the set pieces and not lose your man. So, you know, in the spur of the moment, I get why you grab for the shot. I get it, but, you know, he still shouldn't do it. Obviously, we won in the end, so it doesn't really matter. But at that moment, I was very annoyed. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Griezmann scored it, and then the second half was just, you know, it was similar, but Atletico sat back even more. You know, as you'd expect, you know, we were 1-0 up. They knew we were the better team on the day, you know, up until then anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they set back, but, you know, we didn't let that phase us too much. Yes, we didn't create as much as we did in the start of the first half because they sat back. You know, don't forget, they have some of the best defenders and a very good goalkeeper as well. So it's not like, you know, we're playing someone. We're playing Atletico Madrid. They haven't lost at home in Europe for 12 games until yesterday. It's over 2 seasons of Champions League games. So,
yeah! Sorry, let's get that in there because that was a really good result, and I was really happy that happened.
But yeah, and then obviously Morata scored, which was a very good goal, especially the cross by Hazard. What a cross that is. To just whip it in like that, give it so much, like I said, whip towards goal as well. And then Morata literally just got the tiniest of touches to steer it in. Oh yeah, I want to say something about Cahill and Rudiger. I think Rudiger should probably play the majority of games, but I think what Cahill still has over Rudiger, and I think what you saw yesterday, is the experience in big games. As much as Cahill does have and is a liability in some games, the experience still plays a massive factor. The guy won the Champions League. He wasn't all too phased by playing Atletico Madrid away. Antonio Rudiger probably would have been. Andreas Christensen probably would have been, you know, at least a little bit phased. And Cahill just basically put out his best performance of the season. I mean, he didn't play that much because he got sent off against Burnley, but still, he had his best performance in a long time anyway, even including last season. Yeah. So he stepped up to the mark, if you will. So
I agree. I mean, like you said, we were 100%. We were well on top for the first half. I didn't expect for us to start like that as well. If you watch yesterday's video over on Have Hope Football, myself and Louis appeared on that. We did a preview of Atletico Chelsea, and you know, we were saying, you know, in big games, Chelsea like to sit back, absorb the pressure, counter-attack. That's the way we play. We're so used to that way. And when we came out from minute one and attacked, that is exactly what Have Hope said that Atletico don't like. And if we did that, we'd win the game. And we did exactly that, and we won the game. Because Atletico, although they're a very good defensive unit, they couldn't deal with direct threats from Morata running at them, from Hazard running at them, from Willian when he came on running at them, from Fabregas creating the opportunities and finding the space and finding the passes. to get those players in the right areas to run at the defence.
Yeah.
So it was very, very well. It was a tactical masterclass from Antonio Conte, because he knew exactly what to do and exactly in what areas to do it as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I want to talk about Hazard quickly before, not Hazard, Fabregas, sorry, before we get basically into that winner by Batshuayi. A lot of people have been saying he wasn't good, and I'm not saying he was incredible. And as much as obviously his main job, especially in playing in the midfield 3 and playing a bit more advanced than if it was a midfield 2, is to pass and create. I'm not sure about the stat for the full game, but in the first half, he had the most distance covered of any player on that pitch.
Yeah.
So as much as maybe his passing wasn't as good as sometimes it is, and as you'd expect it from him because he's that good at passing, and he might not even have made that many interceptions, that many tackles, but to run, and if he runs well, obviously especially when you're watching it on TV, like we all three were, it's difficult because you can't follow an individual player because sometimes they're just not in shot. But if he does make his running useful, covering basically passing lanes, if you will, just stopping Atletico from building up their game properly, that plays a massive factor into a game. And, he does that a lot. He does that a lot more than people give him credit for. For some reason, it's always in the games that he doesn't pass so well. It's always like either he's great at passing or he's great at the other thing. If he started doing both at the same time, that'd be good. But you know what I mean? So even if he didn't have that much of an incredible performance going forward, I think his defensive work yesterday can't be underestimated, especially because Kante and Bakayoko, yes, they take the ball away from their players, but a lot of the time they didn't even get to Bakayoko and Kante because, Hazard as well, don't forget that. Hazard, the two wing-backs, and Fabregas were covering off a lot of their passes, basically, just stop them from passing to the, most ideal player, if you will. So, yeah, just wanted to say that, I think.
I agree. What about the second half then? I mean, the reaction in the second half from going 1-0 down and potentially going 2-0 down. Obviously, we played better for the first half, and then they scored 1 and should have had 2 moments after when Sal put 1 wide when he probably shouldn't have. I mean, the reaction after half-time was exactly what you'd want. And I think Gary Lineker tweeted it out and said, English clubs' hope in the Champions League has been revived this week with the way that everyone's played. And, it's true because...
Except Liverpool.
Well, except Liverpool, yeah. Because, the way that we played, we dominated. We didn't just beat Atletico. We dominated Atletico in majority of areas on the pitch.
Oh, hold on. I think if they're talking about how well English clubs have done. Yes, we've done well. Yes, United did well. Bear in mind, though, we were the only ones that actually really played a proper team.
Yeah, like if they're kicking off about Spurs beating Nicosia 3-0, did you see their defending?
But I think they're talking overall. Spurs beat Dortmund last week, which was a big, big boost for English teams.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's just because Dortmund's goalkeeper doesn't know what his near post looks like. But
it's true. But I mean, obviously, City and United haven't played, proper teams in the Champions League yet, but they are kicking on in England. They're kicking on in the Premier League, and that is enough to show that they will be good in the Champions League because they're transforming that form from Premier League to Champions League. And we've got 5 English teams in the Champions League this year, and it's one of the best chances in a long time we're going to have for all of those all of those teams to represent England properly and go very, very far in the Champions League. And I think this year is one of the years where an English team can win it, because the only other big threats you've got are PSG, Real Madrid. Barcelona aren't as strong as a team this year. You can take advantage of that. Bayern Munich aren't as strong as a team this year, especially with Ancelotti being sacked. You can capitalise on that. Juventus aren't a big of a team this year because, the way they performed last week against Barcelona, you can...
But also they lost some players.
Yeah, exactly. They've lost some big players. So, I think that we've, not just us, but being realistic, an English team can win the Premier League, the Champions League this year. Being realistic. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be one of the United teams. I don't see it being Tottenham because I don't think they've got the squad depth at the moment. We could be up there, but I'm not going to say we're going to win the Champions League because that's just a massive, massive, quote. If you should say quote, I don't know. But I think we've got a really good chance of getting very far in the Champions League and doing really well in the Premier League with the way we performed last 2 weeks. I know last week was Carabao, but
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think Liverpool with the results they've got now, might not, even though they've got an easy group, they might struggle to get through. Spurs now should, because they obviously won both games, and Dortmund lost both. So even if Dortmund beat Spurs in Dortmund, that will probably go down to goal difference, I suppose. You know, if the results go as expected from now, basically. I don't think City, because the way City play like a Real Madrid. City play like a Barcelona, but they don't have players as good as Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yes, they have a very good team compared to the Premier League.
Yeah.
But they play a very similar way with worse players. So how is that going to win you that?
Yeah.
But especially Man United and also us, we have a different kind of team. United just have about 7 6'5" players in their team. That's completely different. And that's basically with the kind of players that we won the Champions League with. Yes, we didn't have all like 6'5" players, but very strong players physically. And that's what we won the Champions League with. Yeah. So I think United will have to be reckoned with in the Champions League as well. Obviously, it will depend on how many injuries they get and if they can focus on both the Prem and the Champions League. And us, I think we do stand a chance. I don't think we will win it. I'd be very happy if we get to the semi-final. I'd be content, if you will, if we get to the quarterfinal. Obviously, depending on the opponent in the round of 16, and then in the quarterfinal, like if we get some lesser opposition, if you will, in the quarterfinal, I'd be annoyed if we lose. Yeah. But you get the gist. So so basically we drifted off completely before finishing off the game. So let's finish off the game. Louis just getting his charger, by the way. He will be back at some point. Obviously we had one more chance, basically. Well, he had the Fabregas chance straight after Morata's goal. Still no idea how exactly he missed that. Yes, it was a bit difficult to read because it was just bouncing around, and then he didn't get his footing right. He still can't speak. Should still get on target, and my dog's kicking off.
I mean, I don't know how he missed it. It looked harder to miss than it was to score, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's how it looked. Obviously, it's going to be different when you're playing. But
yeah, I'm not sure the exact English expression for the way that kind of step went, but like the ball was quite far away from him, and rather than taking a step in between, he did one of them long steps, tried to put it in with that, and I think that's why he didn't get his body control properly, I suppose.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot harder when you're playing in that situation, when you it happens to everyone. When you get that sort of a chance in a game, whether you play five-a-side, whether you play for your school team, whether you even play on FIFA, you get adrenaline. And I'm sure Fabregas got plenty of that, obviously being back in his home city as well. I'm sure that, it probably got a bit too much for him, because the best players feel pressure before a game as well. So, I mean, we'll forgive him for that one because we won the game. If we didn't win the game, then we wouldn't forgive him.
Yeah, definitely. And then we obviously had the chance where Morata ran through, basically just like he did against Stoke. He got the ball just after the halfway line, ran past the defender, tried to basically chip it into the far corner, put it wide. But other than that, there was not really much going on. I'm not sure whether I just forgot, but I don't think Atletico Madrid had any real chance to score in the second half. Not that I can think of right now. So basically, we had the Fabregas one after we scored, and then the Morata one. Score in the 94th minute. What a hero Michy Batshuayi is. We say he doesn't turn up in big games. Apparently, he just doesn't turn up in big games when he starts, because when he comes on, he's incredible.
He's a puncher, realistically, isn't he? He's like a Van Nistelrooy-esque player. He's not a over the ball. He's someone you want in the box. That's where he's going to score the majority of the goals. However that works, I mean, he needs to start.
He's gone again.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Brandon, before I basically get into it? I'm just going to tell Louis to either use 4G or basically get off because it's terrible.
Well, I think that a lot of people are underestimating the actual first goal from Morata.
Oh, yes, definitely.
It was an absolutely fantastic finish. The ball in from Hazard was a peach of a ball. And the link-up play that them two did yesterday was fantastic. And it's really exciting to see what's going to happen between those two. But, I mean, the weight of the header, the direction of the header, his run were all spot on and all perfect. And, even to get a small glance on the header there, it gave... who was in goal? It gave Oblak no chance to save the ball because it was so far away from him. Oblak was running the opposite direction. It was such a clever header. And it looks like Hazard and Morata understand each other really, really well. I don't know if they've worked in training together a lot over the past week. It looks like they have because they understand each other like no man's business. Like literally, they look like they've played together for 5 years.
It's a bit like, remember under Benitez, Mata, Hazard, and Oscar. That was some of the sweetest football we've played.
That was fantastic.
And it reminded me of a little bit of that.
That was just unreal.
Yeah. So obviously going back to the goal. So we had that free kick. What was it? 92 minutes and 50 seconds played or whatever. Got that free kick. It was a bit of a debatable free kick, to be fair, but we'll take it. And then we didn't cross it in. I was like, what are we doing? Do we even want to win?
Yeah.
So
there's 2 of Louis in the chat. Okay.
What is going on? I'm so confused. I've got toolbox. No, I don't.
Mate, one of you is already too much.
I don't understand. Why is there now 2 of me? I go on data and now there's 2 of me. What is going on? Right.
At least we can hear you now.
And that's fine, though, isn't it? I mean, what did I miss when I went to get my charger and fix everything?
Everything.
Basically, just talking through how we didn't cross the ball in for the last free kick and we played it out, and how impressed that was by that.
Yeah, I was happy with that. But for the same token, I reckon if either of those had resulted in a goal, we'd be saying that we were happy with it. I'm just happy the ball ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in that moment, so late on in the game, you wouldn't expect us to play it out, especially because we do have tall and strong players that are capable of scoring a header. So, like, it was surprising. And obviously, that Bakayoko touch to play out to Alonso was incredible.
And it was almost like his cross was on his weak foot as well.
Yeah.
It was almost like you know what? You know those guys, you know when you're like little and there'd be like a bit of rubbish in the road and you're waiting for your mum or your dad when they're doing the shopping. You put your hands in your pockets kicking that bit of rubbish. It's almost like what Bakayoko did. Like, the ball came towards him. If you had pockets, probably put your hands in your pockets and relax. Go, yeah, all right, have that. I'm not bothered. Get it out. Boom. Happy days. But yeah, I mean, I was happy with all of that. I think we performed well. It's glad that we're basically the first English club to go to Atletico and win.
We're the first any club in over 2 years.
Yeah, that's obviously there's that as well. But I mean, obviously we're the first English club ever to beat them there. I mean, Arsenal bang on about history. Liverpool bang on about history.
All I say when Arsenal bang on about history is that they're playing Bate Borisov right now.
What's the score?
Arsenal 3-1 up. But let's not mention that. They're just playing
first half. Mad.
Yeah.
Both teams to score on your accumulators, lads.
I wonder what that would have been. Wouldn't mind putting a cheeky little bet on that. But yeah, I mean, should we talk a bit about the Stoke game?
Oh my God! Wait, sorry. Bait, whatever their name are so bad that Theo Walcott has scored twice. Let's just they have nothing to celebrate about.
Just let that sink in.
Theo Walcott.
No, I did want to say though, I didn't. There's something that's been niggling me about David Luiz.
Oh God, here we go. Go on.
And some people are going to agree, and some people will probably get defensive. But I don't like the way he over-exaggerates when he goes down for a foul.
I agree with that.
Because yesterday he won the free kick, and then Torres walked towards him to see if he was all right and kicked the ball accidentally, and then he held his face and was rolling around. One, that's a former player that he played with.
I didn't even see that.
And 2, it was disgraceful. Because he could have been booked for that and lost us that free kick and then lost us the chance of going forward to score the winning goal because he dived after that.
Also, would have been sent off because it was a second yellow.
Exactly. And he done so many stupid things yesterday as it was like the penalty, you know. And the last game he played in the Premier League was against Arsenal and he done something stupid and got sent off again. I mean, I love the bloke, but he needs to stop overreacting because it's going to get him nowhere and it's just going to get him a bad reputation like he did against Manchester United a few years ago when he got Raphael sent off. All right, it was funny.
I loved it at the time, though.
I loved it at the time. It was so funny, but like he does too much of it. And
but if any Man United fans or like any non-Chelsea fans are watching this and saying that was not a red card for Raphael, you can jog on because even if he's laughing, he just kicked him right in the leg for no reason whatsoever. So there's a red card either way.
It'd be like me walking up to Lawrence and literally just sweeping his legs away for fun, which is what I do anyway, which is quite funny.
But no, like it's just getting a little bit embarrassing to watch sometimes. You know, there's no need for holding your face and rolling around on the floor. I know you're Brazilian. I know it's over the top where you come from, But you don't need to do it. Honestly, you don't need to do it because you've got the free kick already. You don't need to get someone. It's getting another professional in trouble and trying to get another professional booked or sent off. And that, I don't agree with that at all.
We don't agree with that. At the same time, Drogba did it week in, week out.
I know, and I didn't agree with it then.
Of course not. Of course not. But at the same time, it's like I said, I don't agree with it. But it's just wrong passion. But it still shows passion because they just do whatever it takes to win, even when it's not 100% right.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but it's not the right way to do it, though, is it?
Of course not. But would you rather have lost it? Of course, his action could have lost it, but say overall and accumulate over a season, over a few games, if that helps us win a few games, helps us win something, I'll take it. You get where I'm coming from? Like,
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I think people are way too harsh on David Luiz. Yes, he got conceded a penalty. I agree. Yes, he got sent off against Arsenal. People are saying he's like he was before we sold him. No, he's not.
No, but he is. He's not. But he's starting to go that way. Come on, like there is big part of me. So Brandon, stop plugging yourself.
No,
I'll kick you.
Kick me then.
All right, bye. Ignore. Wait, hold on. What's this? No, I don't want to. No, that's mean. I don't want to ignore him. I want to be nice.
Just want to kick him in the bollocks.
Yeah, I could just go upstairs and do that. No one beats me. I am the king of plugs. This is how it operates. Yeah, I think David Luiz he's starting to turn more into his old self. And Lawrence, if he plugs himself again, you're kicking in. Or can I do it?
Not sure.
Okay, bye, Brandon. Wait. Put user on timeout. Timeout.
Anyway, let's not focus on that too much. Let's just actually talk about football.
No, I've got Brandon. I've got him. He's mine. I am Kim Jong. I have the power.
Wait, okay? Someone just said, can we promote Brandon getting a new hairstyle?
Yes! What? Yes! Oh, it's finally gone through.
Who is this? Wait. Aaron Robinson.
Hashtag cheese string out. There we go. All right, that. Everyone put hashtag cheese string out in the comments if you want Brandon to get a new haircut.
Or hashtag fake Italian out,
Fake Italian out. Mate, I ain't going anywhere. It's my channel.
I make... I'm joking, I don't. Lawrence does.
No, you don't.
Lawrence does. Lawrence makes it.
The pair of you, stop it, please. All right? Okay? I brought you both in, all right?
No one's hashtagging it, by the way. I'm just saying.
Be proud of your elders.
But your campaign failed.
My campaign.
All right, calm down.
He started it.
Can we calm down? Do you want to say something, Louis, before Brandon kicked off?
What was I saying? I actually forgot what I was talking about now. Talking about Luiz, weren't we? I think Luiz is kind of starting to... I think a big part of it is he's starting to go back to his old ways, and I don't know why. And part of me feels like it was something to do with Cahill, something like... So I personally feel that's enough he got against Arsenal. It had something to do with him basically covering for Cahill. And I feel like obviously
he was on the right. Why would Cahill be on the right?
No, he was on the left-hand side.
No, he got sent off by the touchline, and
he was by the touchline in our half, which was the left-hand side, and that was Cahill's side.
Trust me, it was the right side.
It was
because he was up against Kolasinac, wasn't he? And Kolasinac is left back.
They switched sides. It was right in front of me. It was genuinely right in front of me.
You actually put me on the top out. That's rude.
I know I did. I warned you. No, but yeah, I feel like he was covering for him there, and there was something that wasn't great. And then yesterday when he covered his face, I was like, I understand gamesmanship's the wrong word. I understand what he's trying to do. I completely disagree with it. I don't think he should have been doing it. But at the end of the day, it's fine, isn't it? I mean, we won the game. We're going into negatives for no reason now, and I feel like we're just pulling something out of the game which we don't need to. Yeah,
I mean, like I have to say, I don't think he's gone back to his old ways. Yes, he got sent off, and yes, it wasn't the right thing he did. And it might have been to do with covering people. I don't know, but at the end of the day, he tried to shove off Sanchez, who was, basically trying to distract him from behind. He shoved him off. The ball got a little bit away from him. He still tried to clear it so we don't concede a chance for the other team. And because he couldn't get to the ball anymore, he got Kolasinac's leg. Shit happens, It's not like he intentionally kicked him in the leg. He didn't. And someone said it's a what is it? What's the word? It's an easy penalty or whatever the word was yesterday. No, it wasn't. Pulling the shirt is against the rules. Yes, it's just as much as dragging a player down. If you hold the shirt when someone's trying to run away, make your mate hold you by the shirt when you're trying to run. You're not going to run far, mate. So, like, just try it out. Definitely penalty. Either way, yeah, we could talk about Stoke. Obviously, I was there. Loved it.
I can't post in the chat. I'm annoyed.
One thing that I want to talk about, well, it serves you right, Brandon. That's all I'm saying. One thing I'm going to talk about, you do your review, your preview for the Atletico game. You're saying that you're allergic to me.
Because I'm ill. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it, but it's not my fault.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
No, it's because when we went out on that night, you did things which you shouldn't have done. That's all I'm saying. Naughty Lawrence.
I don't bloody know what you're on about. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny that you don't know what I'm talking about. It's funny that, isn't it? Then Brandon was very drunk that night. So, but it was all banter. It was all a good laugh. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really, isn't it? I mean, we've covered everything we need to cover. Yeah.
Obviously, we can talk to an extent a little bit about Man City, whether we think this game will, have an impact on our game against Man City, confidence-wise, anti-confidence basically for Man City, if you will, because we did beat Atletico Madrid with a very convincing performance. And about, will a lot of similar players play the game? Will they be capable of it? Will Hazard play again? Obviously that was his first big start. Yes, he started against Forest, but it was his first big start of the season. Is he physically fit enough to start against Man City as well? I hope he is. I think, like you said at the beginning, him being in the team makes such a big difference. It's actually unbelievable. Like, it's actually bad how much of a difference it makes to our team. Like, he's so much better than Pedro and Willian, and Pedro and Willian aren't bad players, but he's still so much better than them. It's like comparing bloody Messi to Deulofeu. Maybe not that, but you know what
I was saying to Louis yesterday, it's mad how when you watch our team in their prime, how well we play. And I honestly think that on our prime, we could beat the majority of teams.
Yeah, we are one of them teams that you're never going to say you're definitely going to lose. Doesn't matter who we're up against. Who was it that got when Arsenal lose 5-1 to Bayern Munich, Chelsea will not lose 2 games in succession, away and at home, 5-1. It doesn't matter against who we're up against. It doesn't matter how many injuries we have. We will not lose 5-1 twice in 2 weeks against anyone. That's just not. I don't know. Maybe it's the mentality the club has. Maybe it's because of the managers. Maybe I don't know what it is, but that just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
it's like we will back ourselves against anyone to get some sort of result. We might have to get lucky against Barcelona away. We might have to get lucky against Bayern Munich in the final. But there's always a chance that we win a game. You will never back Arsenal to beat Real Madrid. In no circumstances will you, unless Real Madrid have 3 players sent off, will you back Arsenal to beat Real Madrid. And that's like, I think there's a certain difference. Not having even a go at Arsenal now. I'm just saying we have this thing about us as a club over the last, well, if you will, 15 years, that we just can beat anyone on our day.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think we're one of those teams where
no one wants to face us.
Yeah.
As much as we don't want to face some people, no one wants to face us.
In a big game, even when we're underdogs, we surprise a lot of people. Remember Barcelona, remember Bayern Munich when we won the Champions League. That was all right. Some of it may have been luck and written in the stars, as we all say, but that was determination. Messi came out after the game and said, we don't want to play against Chelsea. We'd rather play against a different English team. We would rather play against another team because Chelsea are different. Chelsea always play against us and they play very, very well. It's hard to play against Chelsea. It's true. We do that against a lot of clubs. So, I feel that we are one of those teams where like you said, you can't write us off because we are capable of causing a big, big upset.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's basically it that we have for today. I mean, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, we would like to go through some questions as well. But basically, all of us have to head off because there's some stuff going on that basically we have to sort out immediately. So we're basically going to have to cut it short a little bit shorter than we would have done. We will do a stream, obviously, after the Manchester City game on Sunday evening. So we will cover some of your questions there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, if you want to quickly plug your stuff, Louis and Brendan, get it out there quickly.
Yeah, if you guys want to head over to my channel, obviously it's on the feature channel on 100% Chelsea. All my socials in there as well, at Louis Beneventi on absolutely everything. Obviously, I did the behind the scenes vlog for this week as well. So yeah, if you guys want to go check that out, go ahead. Brandon can actually plug himself now.
Make sure you check out my channel, guys. I've literally uploaded a video. It was scheduled at 6:30. I forgot we were doing a stream at 6. So a video gone up 15 minutes ago with Have Hope Football Hut. Fantastic video, talking all things Chelsea. So it's definitely up your alley. So make sure you go and check that out. It's live now. Make sure you follow me on social media as well. We can have a chat over there if you want to. I'll be uploading my episode 2 of Hakuna Morata, My Road to Glory, with Alvaro Morata tomorrow. So make sure you're ready for that, guys. But I'll see you very soon.
Yeah, obviously also check out my social media, Laos1507 on Instagram and Twitter. Go follow me there if you haven't already. Message me, if you just want to have a quick chat. Obviously, the preview for the Manchester City game will be out tomorrow afternoon after the press conference. So, check that out once it's out as well. We're all buzzing for the Manchester City game the weekend. Obviously, Louis and Brandon will be there. I won't be, a bit sad. But, hopefully we can get a win. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea. And we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Cheerio!